पोस्ट मास्टर्स किधर है? किस तरफ हुआ है?
Answer is still in a gray area, more bending towards no. You cannot have a dignified life if you are from mornings and evenings of night and 365 days of the year. You are lying in just one bed in a vegetative position, living a life on food. So when we talk about euthanasia, it is the government or the person allowing you to end it all in a way of taking away the life support. So if we say the legality of euthanasia in India per se, it is to the extent that the person will take away the life support provided there are specific procedures which are being followed. But morally, is euthanasia right or wrong? It is still a very grey area because if a person, we are our own individuals. When we get over 18, we have the right to consent, we become an adult. So as an adult, if I have the right over my actions, the actions also entail my right to choose that I want to end it all.
I believe it should be a legal for that kind of person. If person has lived 80 years, 85 years, and he is suffering from any disease, and he is only liability for their kids, and kids are suffering, children are suffering from their disease, and he is lying on bed only for 6 months or 1 year. So that kind of situation, it should be legal. But if you are the age of 25 or 20 and you feel any setback, that kind of situation, it should not be illegal.
Well, I have a mixed thing. First of all, if we talk about that, the right to die, why should person should have a right to die, right? And if that is the there, then the another question is why there are so many life coaches are there, right? Basically, as a life coach, people are just training that you train your mind, that you enjoy your life, that how you have to live your life at the fullest, right? On the other side, that if you make it as a legal, that okay, right to life, so in that case, you think about the kids. They are having at the age of 14 years, 15 years, they are now taking a lot of big steps in their life just because of maybe because overburdened with the studies or maybe because of the family pressure, a lot of things is there. So I think it should not be there, whether if it is old, a person is old, whether a person is sick, or whether a person young or at any age. I think that is right. It should be illegal. And yes, the government should also encourage that how they should work on the education system and the grooming of the kids as well as not even for the kids, but also for the youngsters also, as well as the people that who are retired having an age of 70 years. They should so it should be open for everyone that they should have a right to have the life coach education. So I believe this.
I would say that definitely this should not be made legal, the right to die. As I feel that you should be taught how to make your life, how you can create a beautiful life for yourself rather than making it moving in completely opposite direction and making it a legal thing that you can choose to die. Because that way it will create a lot of disturbance in the society also at the same time, because children nowadays are not that emotionally strong itself. So if we are making such things legal, we would hear a lot of cases of such type of cases in the society. So I feel that it's not a very wise decision to do. Well, I disagree a bit on this point. I strongly support euthanasia. I believe if a person has the right to live with dignity, one must have the right to die with dignity, especially if that person is suffering from an incurable disease with an unbearable pain. However, I also take into account the possibility of misuse if euthanasia is legalized in India. There may be the cases where it will be misused by vulnerable patients. So I think the strict guidelines and proper implementation is required.
Yeah, even I go to what he says that like it should be legalized at the same time because it all comes down to the quality of life. And there are diseases like cancer where people go through such unbearable pain and they cannot even die. They want every day that they should get rid of this life, but they cannot. So there has to be some terms and conditions, but it should be made legal for those scenarios. And second, quickly running to that, for those elderly people who do not have anyone to support their life, so they are just, having no support system and then going through that elderly age, probably with some ailment, where the life comes home, so that survive, neither they are
Anybody wants to talk about that?
Here I would like to mention the case of Aruna Sharma. She was a nurse from Mumbai and she had to live in the vegetative state for 40 years after doing this onset. So what was her fault? If euthanasia had it been legalized in India, she could have died peacefully. After 42 years, she had to undergo the punishment for the crime that she didn't do. So, keeping her case in mind, I think euthanasia should be legalized. The court didn't grant her the permission to die at that time, but yes, now passive euthanasia is there, as PM Abdul said. But that is again under the scrutiny and some guidelines. So I think euthanasia should be legalized, but yes, with some clauses.
It's okay, fine, it's okay. Okay, that's it. Thank you. Thank you. एक बार बात सिक्योरिटी गार्ड से पूछे शायद लाइब्रेरी में ना हो लास्ट टाइम मैं लाइब्रेरी में देखा है क्या जी मॉर्निंग हेलो मॉर्निंग बढ़िया आप बताओ कैसे क्या हो अरे आवाज में खत्म आया आवाज में भाई और मैं कभी देख रहा हूँ, मैंने एग्जाम खत्म हो गए कभी आया ना वो ऐसा भाभी जी क्या है
क्या बात है, दिवांशी भी और
I welcome you all to Pkl Toastmaster Club meeting number 769. Before starting the meeting, I would like to mention a few ground rules. But before mentioning ground rules, I will like to conduct a brief yet powerful activity with which you will feel more energized and better for the meeting. So I will conduct an applause session where you have to clap as loudly as you can for 30 seconds. So I request you all to stand up for a moment. So are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes, get started. Before starting the meeting, I would like to mention a few ground rules we follow in our Toastmaster meeting. First and foremost, please switch off your mobile phone or put them on silent mode if you expect an emergency call. Please feel free to step out to take it. Followed by, as Toastmasters, we never discuss sex, religion and politics. Please refrain from speaking such topics. Thirdly, during the meeting, please do not indulge in crosstalks as it breaks the protocol of the meeting. Furthermore, please do not enter or exit the room. You may do so only when you hear applause. Last but not least, during the meeting, if you have any doubt or need any clarifications, please keep them to yourself. You have full authority to bring to the attention of the concerned one-on-one once the meeting is over. Thank you for paying close attention to the ground rules. As everyone in their life has a mission, Pkl Toastmaster Club also has a mission, and mission of our club is to provide sportive and positive learning experience during which members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skill. With this, I announce formally this meeting as open and stage is over to Captain of our ship, who always ensures that we are sailing in the right direction. Yes, you heard right. I am talking of none other than TM Session. Please give him a big round of applause.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhinandan. And once again, good morning, Toastmasters.
Good morning, sir.
So morning when I meet, whenever I meet Toastmaster in Yogesh, that and I ask, sir, how are you? He
repeat with one dialogue, "Arey yaar, badhiya, ekdam charge, tagda," and that level and definitely gives a lot of energy to the person that who is shaking the hand with him. I don't know from where we get all this energy, but that is again marvelous and is a great personality whom we all learn. So with this, I can tell you one story. There were two friends in a school, and both of the friends were competing in a race. While they were competing in a race, their tutor told them, he gave them all the instructions that how they have to compete and complete the entire race. So he showed them the path that you have to follow this track. And it's a 3-kilometer race. And then whosoever wins the race will be the winner. So the race started. The moment the race started, both of the friends started running towards the winning post. While running, one of the friends, he got an idea. There is one shortcut. Why don't I take that shortcut? Although it won't be long, nothing wrong in that is because ultimate goal is to reach the winning post. Very cleverly, he took the shortcut. And in that case, he won the race. And ultimately, he was declared as a winner. But his teacher knows that he has not taken the right route. And that thing gave him an unfair advantage. So in that case, honestly, he told them that you declare that you have not won the race, you have took the shortcut. So he admitted to his mistake, and his friend was later given as a winner of it. So the takeaway from this story, it's not about that something is wrong or right. There is an unfair advantages that we all take in our life on day-to-day basis. Maybe while rushing towards the office, we take a U-turn, we take a shortcut, or we sometimes we jump the red lights. Lot of things in our life. So with this, it always gives you the unfair advantages. So before I proceed forward, there are a few guests. I request the guests they can introduce themselves. Yeah, sir.
Yes. Okay. So hello everyone. I am Ritesh, and I'm just doing job in Pkl Spain. Actually, I got placed from CCC Landra. I did MBA as well, and I came here just to enhance my communication skills, my public speaking skills, and leadership skills as well. And I got to know about Toastmasters through ChatGPT, and then I went to Google that how I can improve my communication skills and public speaking skills by joining this club. And ultimately, I got to know about Pkl Toastmasters, and I'm so glad to be the part of this club. So thank you so much, everyone.
And I'm also glad that you came to know about Toastmasters from ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vinita.
Hi everyone. Most of you have already met me because I have been part of this place before also. So felt like connecting again to this place. That's why I visited. So that is all about me.
Hello everyone, my name is Rudraksh. You know me better, I know that. I am currently studying in DAV Sector 8 Public School, and I am between class 10th and 11th as I haven't got my result. So I got here because my father bribed me that he would take me to shopping tomorrow. That's why I am here. Thank you.
So with this, I announce this meeting as open. And as our theme is about the unfair advantages, I invite someone, he is an IT professional, and a very precious reader, and a great speaker. So with a round of applause, I would like to invite Toastmasters Sudhir on stage.
something which I am missing. Have you ever looked at someone and thought, life has given them an unfair advantage? Maybe they speak fluent English. Maybe they look very confident, naturally. Or they may be having very good storytelling skills. When we think and then finally you ask, why not me? So let me ask from you, Toastmaster Himanshu, can you think of someone who maybe have thought that person is lucky and you are not lucky?
A lot of time actually. I think a lot of people have acting skills which I don't have, so I envy them.
Toastmaster Sheldon.
Yeah, I think the gaps that I see in my speech, so others are having so, but won't say that I'm not lucky in that sense.
Okay.
It's just that I'm improving myself to be better.
So today's meeting will explore a very powerful idea, unfair advantages. And it is important to understand because in life we do a lot of comparisons, and in this world, of course, things are comparative, but we forget few things like lives are not equal, opportunities are not equal, even the starting points are also not equal. But success often comes from realizing and recognizing all the advantages that we have, even the hidden ones. Sometimes we are not aware of that we have this advantage, but we unknowingly and unconsciously use that. So, that's unfair advantage is, the problem with the unfair advantage is, whenever we think about the unfair advantage, we always think about something negative, like someone with better connections, or someone with better resources, or someone with better luck. So, unfair advantage is something that gives us leverage that others may not have. And if I tell you about myself, before joining Toastmaster Club, I used to, attend meetings in my office, and I was, attending a lot of seminars and presentations. So people were giving, and by listening to them, I was thinking, yeah, they are very lucky. The kind of skills, the kind of confidence they used to show on stage, I was really impressed. But after joining Toastmaster Club, I realized that these unfair advantages can not only be inherited, but they can also be created. And that's exactly what we are doing here. Coming to the agenda of this meeting is divided into 3 segments. The first segment is prepared speeches, and speakers also have an unfair advantage of preparation. Second segment is the table topics, where all the participants have advantage of thinking on their feet. Third one, the most important one, is evaluation. So they have the advantage of observation. And but for the audience also has an unfair advantage of learning from everyone. So like every meeting requires someone with unfair advantage of noticing details most of us miss. Some people call it observation, some people call it sharpness. I call it the X-ray. So in our Toastmaster Club, we have certain roles, and to explain those roles, I would like to call upon our General Gladiator, Toastmaster Abhinandan, on stage.
Thank you, Tm Session. Fellow Toastmaster, again, very warm good morning to all of you. As you all are aware, I am playing the role of General Gladiator. It is my primary responsibility to evaluate each aspect of the meeting. I will pay close attention to the speakers, to the details, and I will take note of everything what happens during the meeting and what does not happen. So at the end of the meeting, I will now with my coach to assist me in this regard. I am not alone. I have my chat team with me, who will assist me in this regard. First, I will call timer on the stage to briefly explain their role timer of the day is TM Manoj. Can you please come forward, sir?
Today I am playing a role of timer. We all know time is very important role played in our life. Last week I had to attend one meeting in Alwar. So my flight was booked from Chandigarh to Delhi, and from Delhi there is planned one bus to go to Alwar. But what happened? I wake up at 3:30 and I booked a taxi on Uber, but it got cancelled. Then again I booked one Uber. Then on the way it got punctured. So I late 6 minutes. So I requested Indigo person, you can enter me in, but he denied. You can't enter. You have 25 minutes before we have closed the doors. So now you may have 6 minutes late, so you can't go. So I have to rush. So I booked a taxi for 9,500 rupees from Chandigarh to Alwar. So it is my cost. Company is not bearing that cost. I can claim that one also, but my ethics don't allow. So that cost I bear only for 6 minutes late. So that kind of importance of timer. So we should always track on your time. So here in Toastmaster, if we talk about table topics time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. At the time of 1, I will show a green card. At the time of 1:30, I will show yellow, and 2 minutes, I will show red card. And for evaluation, 2 to 3 minutes. At the time of 2 minutes, I will show green, and 2:30, I will show yellow card, and 3 minutes, I will show red card. And for speaker, today we have 2 speakers, and both are, I think, icebreaker speech. So time limit is 4 to 6 minutes for icebreaker speech. At the time of 4 minutes, I will show a green card. At the time of 5 minutes, I will show yellow card. And at the time of 6 minutes, I will show red card. But don't worry, you all have a 30-second grace period. I will show 30 seconds more on red card. So conclude your speech. That's about me. Thank you.
Thank you. Responsibility. Now, next, I would like to explain the role of AHA counter, who is playing, TM Akshita is playing the role of AHA counter, and the role of TM Akshita includes to take note on the filler words, like so. So she will be taking note of the AHA counter words spoken during your speech. Next is a time to call TM Shailja on the stage, who will be explaining the role of grappling. Please give her a
So hi, good morning Toastmasters and guests. I listened to speeches and was taking note of the errors. Have you noticed anything in the statement? So that is what I am going to do today. I will be noting down, I will be listening very carefully to all the speeches and will be noting down any grammatical errors and any outstanding words you will be using. So though I will be, observing all of you today, that's the usual thing I do. But today I am going to do something more, which is listening, which is I am not very good at. So yeah, just bear with me in case I miss anything.
Thank you. Thank you.
Word of the day, yes.
Word of the day.
So the word of the day is, I have written over there, but later I realized that it's not very visible. It's amiable, AMIABLE. And the meaning of this word is kind and
Sorry, kind and
friendly. Amiable. Have everyone taken note of that?
Thank you. And we encourage all the speakers to please use this word as many as time you can. And you will be given a thumbs up as a sign of appreciation. So with this, the last but not least, listener, TM Kirti, could you please explain briefly your role?
Okay. So I'll just listen to everyone, note down few questions, and I'll ask at the end of the meeting.
Okay, thank you for explaining your role. Now I believe I am clear with my role and I will justify with my role today. But before I hand over the stage, the one thing you keep in mind, as you all are aware that feedback is a breakfast of champions, and be winner, be champion today, be humble, be amiable. Please be open to the feedback you receive today and you will be appreciated throughout the meeting. Thank you. Now stage is over to TM Sunil.
Thank you so much. So without further ado, let's jump into the heart of our meeting, which is prepared speeches. So today we have two eye-breaking speeches, and I wish both the speakers very good luck. And our first speaker is a business development specialist, and he has worked with experience of 10 years, and in his free time, he likes reading books and meeting with people. So please put your hands together for our first speaker, Toastmaster Nitish. And I will also request the evaluator, Toastmaster Sagar, to please explain the project details.
Hello everyone, Toastmaster Nitish is giving his ice-breaking speech, and the purpose of this speech is to introduce himself to the audience. Timer may note that the speech timings are 4 to 6 minutes. Very good luck to you. Thank you.
All the best, Toastmaster.
Have you ever been in such a situation where you felt helpless, like your dreams are slipping away? Many of us may have such moments in their life, and if somebody has not, I believe they are very lucky actually. Back in 2013, when I was in the final year of engineering, I had a sudden road motorbike accident, which left me with brachial plexus injury. So brachial plexus is a set of white nerves that originate from the neck, travel across your arm, and control your motor movements and sensation. So during the accident, I twisted my neck so badly that two nerves got ripped off and five and three got compressed. And two nerves left my whole arm paralyzed for 3 years. And that time internet was not so powerful, and even doctor was not so well aware of this kind of injury. And that took me around 9 months of my first surgery to happen and started my recovery process. So that period of 9 months was very aggressive, and I was not sure what can be done. And when my first surgery happened, doctor told me one thing, that Nitish, this is the one thing that you have to do. You have to do 3 times physiotherapy at your home, and then maybe you will have the surgery. So that time I thought, Nitish, how can you do this? 3 times physiotherapy, or with that arm that doesn't work. And I was like, I will do it. I will do it, and I have some results after. So that 3 years, that recovery process take around 3 years, and after 3 years, I have got 60 to 70% movement back in my right arm. So that is one battle I was fighting that time, and there was another battle I was having in my mind. Since I was an engineering student, I had some inspirations and aspirations as well, and I have a full backlog of final semester that happened due to my accident, and I was not able to show that how can I write those exams. Somehow, I written through my writer and cleared those backlogs and made sure that those exams were well written so that I can clear the one chance. So that was one battle I was fighting with my mind, that I had to clear my backlog. The other one is that my classmates, my friends were going to the higher studies, pursuing masters, and I was not sure what exactly I was doing with my career. I'm not sure I would be able to work again in this particular in the IT sector where I was pursuing my engineering because of science. So that was a very tough situation. At that time, my mother told me one thing, that is that you are not accepting your fate. And once you will start accepting, definitely your things will start working out. So that time I was like very stubborn that time. That I was not able to accept this because I was a free soul and I was a driving enthusiast, and that is something I was very aggressive that time because I was a young girl, 21 years old. And that time I started accepting things, working on all the things that I was supposed to do in that particular years. I cleared my backlogs, did my physiotherapy, and did my medicines, and everything I did. And after 3 years, I started working. So things passed, year passed, and I started working. Then I got married. Things were well enough for me. And after completing last year, I completed 10 years of my sales career. And then I thought, Nitesh, is this the right path you're taking off, or is this something you need to do more? As because of my arm, I always stay low key, hidden, and behind the curtains. I never went on the front line because sales is something that you have to front line every time. And that time I thought, Nitesh, you have to do something else. You have to work upon your leadership. You have to work upon your communication, and a lot of things that you need to work upon. And that time I thought, let's Google out something. So I tried multiple courses, all of saying the same thing. And then I found this Toastmaster club. And one of my friends also told me about this club, that this is a club that you have to join, and it will definitely work on you. And in the end, I finally landed on this club. I called Mr. Khanna friend on the first time, and then I joined this club. So this is something I'm looking upon, and right now this club is giving me everything at the moment, giving me the power to communicate well, giving me the power to lead the meetings and aside the moment. So I open up the meetings. Before giving this icebreaker speech, I currently open up the meeting. So this is something I'm looking at the moment, and definitely with this the speed I'm going on, definitely I would be able to bring more changes in me. And then I would like to share two things first. If you drive motorbike, please drive very carefully. Motorbike is something that gives you the adrenaline rush, but definitely it will cost you in that. And second, if something happens to you that you can't change, please do accept it. Once you accept it, definitely there will be power to change yourself and to change the condition you are in. Thank you so much.
Yeah, exactly. I can feel that. And I can guarantee both the speakers, today when you step out of this room, you will feel more advantage. Trust me. So, let's call us our second speaker, who is a freelance writer and likes reading and writing. Toastmaster Anjali, and I will also invite their evaluator Toastmaster Divyanishi on stage.
Hi, Toastmaster Anjali. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself or herself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speech. Timer, please note the timing guidelines. It's 4 to 6 minutes. All the best. What's in a name? Shakespeare said, a rose with any other name would smell as sweet. But Shakespeare never met my mother. A very good morning to my fellow Toastmasters and guests, and happy Women's Day. Today I'm going to share with you my personal rebranding story, version 2.0. You see, decided to name me Tilanjali, which is a beautiful name, but for someone else's child. Apparently, she wanted to make sure that no other child in the neighborhood had the same name as me. But I would describe it as creative parental terrorism bestowed upon me at birth. Now, if you Google the meaning of that name, it signifies renouncing your worldly attachments with someone, usually after their death. Antim Vidai. I wasn't given a name, I was given a eulogy. But universe works in mysterious ways. I was 6 years old. The problem still wasn't the morbid definition of my name. The real problem was the spellings. I was in class 3 and consistently misspelling my own identity. So the Council of Elders, my parents, decided to intervene. My name was upgraded, or thankfully downsized, to just Anjali. Anjali means a divine offering. It also signifies Anjali Mudra, joining of hands in reverence. So it was a good start. Now let me paint you a picture of my younger self. Magnificently, spectacularly average. I was an average student and an exceptionally below average player. Whether it was judo, cards, or cards, I had a unique talent. Until class 9, house exams, I secured 75%. Now, for an average child, 75% is basically a Nobel Prize. I rushed to find my best friend. We were partners in crime, and more importantly, partners in mediocrity. We did everything together, even studied together, which usually meant opening our books and discussing the latest episode of Tehqiqat or Byomgesh Doshi. Except, she secured 80%. I felt an acute sense of betrayal. We were supposed to be average together. I took this academic treason as a personal assault on my intellect. So I decided to work hard. Class 10 board exams. I secured 85%. First position in school and 8th rank in the merit list across Punjab. Well, all thanks to my dear friend, we are still together till date and being each other's inspiration. But the most shocked person was my father. 2 years earlier, in a moment of overconfidence, he had promised to buy me kinetic if I topped the board exams. On that day, as I held my report card, I saw a cocktail of emotions in his eyes. A lot of pride, happiness, and a bit of financial regret. And yes, I got my red kinetic. That had been my loyal companion throughout my college days. I never looked back. I had given Tilanjali to my average past. Since that day, I had been a topper throughout my academic life. But every coin has two sides. Do you know what is the bliss of being average? Nobody expects much from you. But when you reach the peak, the air gets thin. There is always a constant pressure to perform. But if I look back at my journey, I realize that all that pressure was a privilege. It forged me. It rebranded me. I went from an average girl with a long, confusing name to a strong woman who greets every challenge with folded hands, ready to conquer. And today, standing here in Toastmasters as I deliver my ice-breaking speech, I believe I'm launching my version 3.0. Thank you.
Many times I get a call, interview call, and I was not prepared for that interview, but interview started asking questions. What is there? I have not prepared for that, but still I managed to answer their questions. So the second segment, which is favorite topic, it gives us an advantage to thinking on our feet, and for that goal, I will request the favorite of master, Toastmaster Kirti, to please take the control.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sunil. Very good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Today, luckily, I am the table topic master for you. Unfortunately, I got in unfortunately, Sonam is not available because of some reasons, and I got an opportunity to be a table topic master. So on this Women's Day, already I am surprised with the best part to play. Every time I call in a different way. First of all, I'll explain you about the table topic master role, that everyone will get a chance to come and speak impromptu for 1 to 2 minutes. The timer will show green card at 1 minute, 1 to 30 seconds yellow, and 2 minutes will show the red card. So that means you have to end your speech and have to go back. So now I'll call the guest or the Toastmasters here to speak. And every time I call in a different way. I call who is born in the month of December, January 1st, and Toastmaster Yogesh is always on number 1. So now I have another thing, like how to call. Now I call in the sequence of 31st. Who is born in the 31st of December or any of the month? Anybody? From 21st to 31st. Anybody is born in between these dates?
Just remove the zero.
Yes, Ritesh.
Yeah.
Your date of
25 September.
wow, that's great. Please come forward. So, guest G, as a topic, is it always wrong to take unfair advantages? It is always wrong to take unfair advantages. That's all.
Okay, so hello everyone, I am Ritesh, and my today's topic is it always wrong to take unfair advantage? So, as I guess Sir told us that unfair advantage is all about when we think that somebody is too lucky, he's so talented and he's so skilled, right? But what I personally believe that nobody's born lucky or nobody's born talented. It's all about your hard work that makes you lucky, that makes you so skilled in a particular field or particular profession. Right? Let's say if a person A is so skilled in speaking, right? He's so fluent in English, right? He was not born fluent, he was not born confident. Even a confident person was once a beginner who was underconfident, who was so shy, so introvert, right? Gradually, after practicing, after doing so many things, participating in so multiple events or practicing in front of people, that person became so confident. So that's why I don't think that it's wrong to be to unfair advantages, right? Every person has its own talent, own skill, that because a skill is developed through so many repetitions. So that's why I believe that it's okay to have unfair advantages, but we don't need to compare ourselves with other people, because we have only it's just on the tip of my tongue that we should believe in ourselves, that it's okay. We should accept ourselves and just continuously work on something that we want to achieve. So thank you so much. That's all.
Now, anybody's favorite color, pink. Okay, then don't laughing.
But he's very cute.
Yes, he's always
And black also.
Wow. So your topic, if I give you an unfair advantage, will you use it? If I give you unfair advantage, will you use it?
Give me unfair advantage, I am going to use it all. Somebody said you are very lucky. तुम बड़े किस्मत वाले हो. I said yes, मैं बहुत किस्मत वाला हूँ because मैं किस्मत में बहुत काम कर रहा हूँ. I'm lucky because I'm working hard on my luck. Some say hard work, right? But in which direction? Lucky, and you seeking luck. Labor under correct knowledge. We always see that people have an advantage of something. Some people they say advantage skill, very person is skillful. Am I right? Some will say he is an emotionally controlled person. Meaning he can manage the people because on the IQ. But another advantage which I always one working on, that is CQ, conscious quotient. What my conscious is allowing or not means something is on the frequency somewhere, it is there. If it is not mine, then nobody looking that one, my conscious must say, that's the divine mind factor. When nobody is watching, still I am doing that thing or not. I don't know what he wants in what advantage, but I am thinking about, I am working on those that idea which is always giving advantage to become better human being. Because my ego is not going to compromise. My conscious is not going to work on. I mean, inside, outside. So I need you to show what is happening. It is expecting. So that advantage I want to talk about, there is a conscious version. Not IQ, not EQ, that is CQ. Thank you very much.
Something to learn from him, and I got another content for creating my video. Thank you so much. Now, those who are born between 1 to 10, end of the month. So, yeah, just
month or date?
1 to 10. So, I'll call women first, and then I'll call others. Please come, Nita.
One date or month?
Date.
Okay. So for test Melita and the topic, do you think hard work is more important than unfair advantage? Do you think hard work is more important than unfair advantage?
Hard work is definitely more important than the unfair advantage, because at times if you get an unfair advantage, it is not always that you are going to get it. For once you may get it, for another event you may get it, but your hard work, your own capabilities, your own skill set is something that is going to lead you, that is going to help you throughout your life. You can cheat somebody for once, you can cheat somebody for twice, it can happen 3 times, but after a time, people will learn about you, people will learn about your nature, and it is not going to benefit you in any way. But if you are smart enough, if you are capable enough, if you work on yourself, if you work on your skill sets, you are definitely going to get an advantage that is going to continue with you throughout your life. So, if I have to choose between 2 things, I would definitely root for the everybody should consider while working towards anything that you want to achieve.
So 1 to 10, I think most of the people have raised yes. Toastmaster Martin. The topic for you is, what do you think is really wrong with our lives and should we try to fix it? What do you think is really wrong with our lives and should we try to fix it?
What is wrong with our life and how should we fix it or not? Right? Life, what is life? Life is nothing but evolving every day. Now, if you talk about race, people may say that AI is eating our job. Every day there is some or the other model coming up, and it's pretty wrong for anybody to launch a new software, doing automatically coding, doing automatically so many tasks, and it's a big threat, and we should fix it. We should. I've seen people saying that we should ban AI from a lot of things to save our jobs, to save the world. How can we do it? Answer is no. If the world is changing, if the life is changing, there are two options that you have. One is oppose it, or the second is accept it. So the better option is accept it if possible. If nothing is wrong in it, I mean, if, of course, some ethical problems are there, then of course you should not accept it. But if there is things are evolving, then the better option is to embrace it and then live with it, evolve with it. That's what I believe. Now, there are a lot of other things that there are problems. And for example, expectation. We expect a lot. Expectation from relationship, expectation from career. Everywhere there are our expectation is rising. Can we fix it? We should. Because if you don't fix it, it's going to create a lot of problems for you. It's going to create depression. It's going to create so many problems in your life. So it depends which problem we are talking about. If the problem is going to make your life better, if the problem is related to things getting evolved and making you a better version, better accept it. But if it is going to make your life difficult, then better solve it. Thank you.
Yeah, my favorite color white. Yeah, so two people are there. Yes, Sham, please. So the topic for you, do you know anyone who has achieved success through unfair advantages? Do you know anyone who has achieved success through unfair advantages?
Thank you. So, good afternoon, everybody. So, it's good morning still, right? So, anybody you think who has actually gained unfair advantage? It's quite a contentious issue because the time we are living in, like the people who actually do whatever they want to do for achieving success, they are more successful. As per the quality standards, right? So I know a lot of people, right? The people who are not only gained advantage through unfair means, but they are also in leadership position, and that makes me think. I know a lot of those people, right? So you might also be knowing people. And so it's a very tricky topic, I would say. So I'll not get into the darker side of it. Rather keep it more in light. So because we know, like the Darwin, when he actually wrote that book, that was survival of the fittest. It starts from there. Like We think that he can survive. Only then will be there in future. So unfair advantage or fair advantage. We as a species, we always want advantage, whether it is fair or unfair, and that is survival. But then at the same time everybody of us are aware, like survival of the fittest, that is Darwin. But there is paradox to this particular theory, that is paradox of survival, or survival of the fittest. That is a different term, I'll not go there. But yes, I know a lot of people who have gained unfair advantage. Right, thank you.
Now I call for my own choice. I would like to call guest Rudraksh. The topic for you, tell me something about the unique advantage you have that others may not have. Tell me something about the unique advantage that you have that others may not have.
So the unique advantage that others don't have, but I have. To look at you. She's my sister. That's the most unfair advantage that no one would have. I only have. You know, if I want anything to eat, I would demand it and surely the Zomato driver will came and give it to me. You know that if I drop one tear and said that I want that thing, she would argue with my father even though he doesn't want that I should gain that thing. But the next day it would come in front of me. She's the biggest unfair advantage. Once I talked with my friend who said that my sister gave me 300 rupees. I said, nah, I get 1,000, 2,000, the type of stuff every day. And look at when I have my birthday. In the birthday, I did something wrong at that period of time. I didn't expect that I would get any of that gift. But the next day in 12 a.m., she woke me up and took it to her room, and she has decorated the whole room. Even though she didn't did for my father, who is the most loved one by her, but she did for me. That's the most unfair advantage that no one could have, but I would have. Thank you.
After listening to him, I actually got emotional because I was remembering my childhood days with my brother. I also do the same for my brother. I fight with him every day. But if my father or mom tells to my brother anything, I fight with my father and mother. Like nobody can scold or tell anything to my brother. So this bond is really very, very special, and I can totally relate it with you. Thank you, Rudraksh. And now I would like to call, yes, I forgot your name.
Rahul.
Yes, please come up. So Rahul, the topic for you, in your opinion, can you turn the disadvantages into an advantage? In your opinion, can we turn the disadvantage into an advantage?
Sure, we can. I was there being disadvantaged one day. I was going to pass in my bicycle to Bangalore, from Bangalore to Chandigarh. But when I was riding that 7 a.m. in the morning, some biker hit me hard and I fell off. And that time my cycle was completely broken. Also me as well. I was injured with a lower back injury. And then I thought that I was not able to wake up that time. Even after a few days, I was having a lot of pain in my back, and I was very anxious. I was feeling that this is over now. I am not fit to do anything. Can't shower, can't go to any place for walk, can't stand up, can't sleep properly. But this unfair advantage also got me thinking that how can I turn it into my advantage, disadvantage to advantage. So I started researching online how can I cure it by myself. Even though I went to physiotherapist, even though I went to the orthopedician, and I gathered all the evidence to cure it, but nobody could really 100% cure me. And after understanding the science behind it and using the principles, I was able to cure it. And when the time was there, when it was a disadvantage to me, as I was lying down, feeling useless, I thought to start reading some books. And that's how I got to, use my brain a lot more when compared to I was having a lot of work physically or maybe at office. So that's how I turned it to my advantage. Thank you.
Now I would like to call Toastmaster Diganshi. So the topic for you: what unfair advantage do you want to achieve your money-making goals? What unfair advantage do you want to achieve your money-making goals?
मैं किस्मत का खाती हूँ, बट माँ कसम उस किस्मत में बहुत काम करती। I eat because of my destiny, but I swear, ladies and gentlemen, the wheel I have worked on my destiny. This is a phrase that my father taught me when we were conversing. And because of that particular statement, my whole life came flashing in front. In standard 6 and 7, I was hopeless. I was achieving B1, C1. I was frustrated like anything. Why is this kid, this Priyasha, achieving so much in life? She's good at public speaking, good in front of teachers. Why I am not that kid? And I swear from that day, I started working on my destiny. And things changed. I came on top of my class. I became good at public speaking. And that thing taught me working hard. Not working hard once, but working hard consistently. And that has changed my life like anything. And that particular skill has helped me compound my money like anything. Last year, I separated from my co-founder. I was at 0. But right now, I am achieving, my family is achieving a good MRI. Of course, I cannot tell you because we have CAs over here. But one thing that life has taught me and one skill that has helped me compound my money, I will say, working hard consistently on my destiny. Thank you.
No words for me. I heard her for the very first time. So very nice. So time is up, but still I would like to call one more volunteer, and I would like to call Akshita, Toastmaster Akshita. Topic for you. Do you think nepotism is right to achieve success? Do you think nepotism is right to achieve success?
Nepotism is right to achieve success. I basically cannot comment on this because after a few years I have been a product of nepotism as well. But it's not. But nepotism is working on nepotism is more difficult because the expectations from others are very high. A few years back, when I told my dad that I will be joining your company and what's the matter of studying, I was not scoring well, as most of us said. So he said that you will have to achieve a certain goal. Like I just gave my exams, and he said that you will have to complete your MBA from prestigious university or college to continue working with me. Otherwise, you just find some company who gives you 10,000 or 12,000 rupees and then continue with it. And then I was like, I need to work hard for my father's company as well. He was like, nepotism is a good thing when you achieve something on your own. Like even when we look at the Bollywood actors, some of the nepotism products are very good at acting, but some are not. And those who are not good at acting are not achieving their goals. But the ones who, like, for example, Alia Bhatt, she is a beautiful actor, like Ranbir Kapoor, and we can see that they are achieving what they are supposed to. And at one end, it is Arjun Kapoor, who is not good at acting, in my opinion. So this is the difference. So nepotism, this is what I think. Thank you.
I would like to call one last person, that is Toastmaster Ritu.
The topic for you is, does family background give people an unfair advantage in life? Does family background give people an unfair advantage in life?
Does family background give people unfair advantage to people in life? Basically, I guess the question is that basically it doesn't give really unfair advantage. It basically helps people to grow in the basically helps people grow overall. If the background is good and the family is supportive, then people naturally grow, and I guess that's it.
So, we are talking about the unfair advantage. There is one thing which is actually becoming a threat for all the industries. You know what it is? AI, agentic AI, for agents. People are being fired, some of the functions are being eliminated from the industries. But there is one thing, there is one advantage that is still keeping people employed. Do you know what is it? Toastmaster Sagar.
Okay. What I mean.
I just one point. That is strong engineering. So, if we learn from engineering, our jobs will be safe. I can guarantee you, because I've seen a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people who are working with AI ML-based projects. They 70 or 80% things they are taking help from engineering. They are very good prompt engineers. They know how to write a good prompt. So that is something, that is one advantage with that we all should trade. So many people, spend life complaining about the advantage others have, but very people like I told earlier, understands that these advantages can also be created. And coming to the Toastmasters Club, we are exactly doing the same thing. Every speech we deliver, every fear we face, we are building an advantage that our future self will definitely thanks us for. Remember one thing, ordinary people wait for the fairness while the leaders create leverage. And with that, I would say thank you to all the speakers, participants, and all thermal bearers for making this meeting energetic and meaningful. And with that, I now hand over the stage to our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Abhinandan.
Thank you, TM Sunil. Really, it was a great, we had great insights from your speech and from fellow Toastmasters. Before diving deeper into this, I would request everyone to stand up for a moment. Let us have a great standing ovations for our women on board, not only women on board, for our mothers, sisters, and wives and daughters. Please, can we have a big round of applause for them? So I must mention today the meeting was really fruitful, insightful, and theme was really powerful. So I believe all of us have gained great insights from today's meeting. So before diving deeper, I would like to call evaluator of the speakers on the stage. To start with, I would first like to call evaluator evaluator Stephen Gill. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's 5 minutes late. So, there is a very famous saying by Marcus Aurelius. A person should not fear death. A person should fear the not beginning to live. And there is a very soon to be famous saying by me. A Toastmaster should not fear getting feedback. They should fear not giving a speech. And Toastmaster Nitish gave a very good speech and he overcame that fear. I saw how happy he was after finishing his speech when he was getting up on the stage. He was happy that he accomplished a task that he has been pushing for a long time. Right? Toastmaster Nitish, my feedback to you would be that you are very diligent, you work hard, you completed your speech on Wednesday, and I cannot imagine finishing my speech 1 hour before this meeting starts. That's when I finish my speech. When you finish your speech Wednesday, you practice diligently, you work hard, you are someone who puts in extra efforts, takes extra roles. You started the role, taking the role of sergeant at arms, and I believe it has given you a great benefit. Right? One feedback that I wish you work on is start before you are ready. I want you to accept this philosophy, adopt this philosophy. Start before you are ready. When you start before you are ready, you no longer care about what the feedback you are going to get because you have already started. You don't have a fear when am I going to start. Because first step is always the hardest. I wish you take more roles like TMOD, General Evaluator. The speech was good, everything was good. And you gave a fabulous icebreaker speech. This is the thing that you can improve upon. And today you took the hardest step. Today you proved that you can write a good speech, you can give us good speech, and I wish you all the best for your next steps. Good luck. Thank you. Really well mentioned and explained by TM Sagar. Now is the time to call second evaluator on the stage, TM Divyanshi. So TM Divyanshi, please give us a round of applause. Evaluator for TM Anil.
So Dhurandhar 2 is coming up. How many of you are going? Lots of you. Let me tell you, you don't need to. Because my dear Anjali, the speech you delivered, it was a blockbuster. I have seen numerous icebreakers. And one challenge I faced, people don't know what an icebreaker is. In icebreaker, you need to introduce yourself. Where you were born, about your parents, chances that are coming up in your life. Just a brief introduction to your Toastmaster family. And the way you introduced yourself to the club, it was phenomenal. You started with humor. And the whole thing about humor, it's very difficult. I have seen experienced speakers who have been on the stage for 10 to 20 years. They haven't been able to inculcate this craft of humor. And the way you started it, with the humor. In between also, there was a sense of humor. And the confidence. I have seen numerous and numerous speakers coming on the stage. They aren't comfortable with the stage. And you were comfortable. It's not because I'm saying your voice was stable. I'm also saying because you was using the whole stage. Now, when it comes to Toastmaster, we have a very beautiful format. When it comes to evaluation, commendation, recommendation, and commendation. Now, when it comes to commendation, I swear if I start speaking, it's going to take me 4 to 5 minutes. It will become a complete speech. First of all, the way you wrote the speech. It was a story in itself. It has a beautiful beginning, a middle part, a hero arc, where you showed a contrast and an amazing ending. At the same time, I feel a cherry on top could be. In between, I noticed you were looking down. And when you are speaking, we need to make sure we are always in contact with our audience. And third thing, I feel you have a very beautiful quality. You are very good at expression. If you could just polish it a little bit, I believe you are amazing. Now, there is this one thing my father taught me. Give life to each and every word. I mean, this is something that after you have spoken 3 people, you will be able to inculcate. But your icebreaker felt like it was a 5th or 6th speech, if I ask the audience honestly. Otherwise, Anjali, you are amazing. It was a pleasure to see you, hear you, and hear about your whole experience. Now I'm looking forward to your other speeches. And there is a very beautiful song I heard today only. Anjali, 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 Hamari Pyari Anjali. I am looking forward to your other projects. All the best.
Can we have a huge round of applause? So now coming back to the evaluation session to start off with TMOD and essay. Well, there was a great start off to the meeting by essay by me only. Transition between the presiding officer and TMOD was really, really commendable. How the stage was handed over to TMOD, it was really commendable. The theme was remarkable, extraordinary today. Do you agree, TM Chairman? Great. TMOD need to ensure whenever any member who is giving first time speech like Nitish gave his first speech must mention who is coming up on the stage. We announce before he comes up on the stage that this person is going to give his icebreaker speech. However, it was covered by TM Sagar. So it gives confidence, it boosts confidence of the speaker and the public become well aware he is coming on the stage first time. So this is one recommendation for you. As an icebreaker speech for TM Nitish, really hats off to you, sir. So really, really commendable. We never ever thought the way you are going to give speech on the stage. The next was TM Anjali. We also had great insights and great learning. The usage of the word, really commendable, man. There are a number of words you spoke, you uttered very meticulously and professionally. So I have mentioned 4 to 5 words which are new for me as well. And one good part, our group showed that we gave standing ovation to our icebreaker today. It shows professionalism and the way we are growing and we are giving confidence and respect to first time who is coming up on the stage, the person who is coming on the stage. Next, I will dive deeper into this, but this is the time to call my tag team up on the stage. The first I would like to call timer of the day, TM Manoj. Can you please call him now? I am sorry, it's my bad. Can I call TM Shailaja? Yes. TM Shailaja on the stage. Please give a big round of applause.
Firstly, thank you for such wonderful speeches, evaluations, as well as case topics. It was really impressive. As far as my feedback was concerned, maybe I can start from the speakers and then move to the other table topics and other speeches that have happened on the stage. So, firstly, Nitish, though your speech was very impressive. Okay, but it was really impressive. There were few tenses here and there, but I was really swayed by the emotion that was packaged into that story. So, very hats off to that. Anjali, you were flawless in terms of grammar and even the speech, like Divyanshi said. So, it was marvelous. I was totally engrossed into that. Regarding table topics, there were few grammatical errors which were in general, but I do not have anything specific to mention about any specific person. I also noted down few words and codes which were mentioned during this whole meeting. One was by Abhinandan, that feedback is breakfast of champions, which is should be the mantra of each one of us. TM Nitesh mentioned, so you said that the word is just on the tip of my tongue. That's a good phrase we can use in our regular conversation. And as always, I noted to Gyan that TM Yogesh has given all of the key and with the label under correct knowledge. Right? I didn't get what Y stands for, but
it's a love calling, labor under correct knowledge.
And then another is PQ, which is conscious caution. I heard it for the first time. So thank you for sharing.
And I think this word of the day was used by several speakers.
I heard it only from Anjali.
Yeah, this is in the start of the meeting, and I will give you later as well. No. Okay.
So this shows my, listening skills. So allow me for that.
Now is the time to call our counter on the stage, TM Avishtar. Can you please give me another big round of applause?
Good afternoon, everyone. So I'll start with TM Sunil. He used maybe 4 times or 5 times, and there was the repeated use of so. And there's a common thing with all the speakers, and even the table topic speakers. I have noticed that all of you within your speeches or your statements with so. So please refrain from using that, because sentences never start. A sentence never starts with so, and that's when it breaks the flow. You can use it in the second sentence, but please don't use it in the first sentence and the first word itself. she began the sentence with so, and so was repeatedly used. She began her speech with so or statement. TM Nitish, it was his icebreaker speech. He was good at it, but there were repeated uses of that, I, so, and did. TM Anjali, flawless. And yes, Nitish used so and several times. TM Yogesh, again flawless. TM Sunita used two to three times. And TM Rahul used and several times. That's all.
For giving such a wonderful evaluation. Now is the time to call timer upon the stage. Can we have a huge round of applause for TM?
So I am going to submit my report. So first, I talk about speaker. So Toastmaster Nitish, you took 5 minutes 51 seconds, very time. And Toastmaster Anjali, you took 5 minutes 46 seconds. And for evaluator, Toastmaster Divyanshi, for evaluation of speech of Toastmaster Anjali, you took 2 minutes 55 seconds. And Toastmaster Sagar, you took for evaluation 2 minutes. And if I talk about table topics, guest, Ritesh, you took 2 minutes 1 second. And Toastmaster Yogesh, you took 1 minute 45 seconds. Guest Vinita, you took 1 minute 45 seconds. And Toastmaster Himanshu, you took 2 minutes 8 seconds. Guest Shyam, you took 1 minute 48 seconds. Guest Rudraksh, you took 1 minute 20 seconds. Guest Rahul, you took 2 minutes 19 seconds. Toastmaster Divyanshi, you took 2 minutes. And Toastmaster Akshita, you took 2 minutes 9 seconds. And Toastmaster Mridul, you took 1 minute 5 seconds. And for TMOT role, Toastmaster Sunil, you took 9 minutes. And for G, you took 6 minutes for your role. And Toastmaster Selja, to submit your report, gradually you took 2 minutes 25 seconds. And Toastmaster Akshita, to submit our counter report, 1 minute 45 seconds. That's all about me. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So now is the time to hand over the stage back to our regular person. Before that, we have a meeting. Progress was really a professional way, but more and vital aspect. The way Divyanshi spoke today was really, I thought I am in some drama. It was really captivating. So the way she came on the stage and delivering her first speech, I believe this is the first speech in front of Panchkula Toastmaster group.
In Panchkula for a long time.
After a long time, 5 years.
Okay. So kudos on her part, and for one tip for general evaluators, for evaluators, whenever you speak or you give evaluation on improvement point, please elaborate on the point so that he or she must understand where is the area for the improvement. So this is my humble request and feedback to you. Rest meeting went very well, and special thanks to TM name Vinita, yes, who joined us after a long time. I'm really looking forward to joining or onboarding soon. Thank you. Stage is back to presiding officer TM Kanam. Can we have a can you mention when the meeting is started?
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhinandan. And as rightly mentioned, yes, the meeting had a very positive vibe. I really enjoyed the meeting. Although I got you all parents got an unfair advantage from rather than me because I didn't get a chance to speak or during the table topic. Maybe because the time was less. But yes, it's good. That means the club is growing, and as the club is growing, we all are growing. And Panchkula Toastmasters has always having the right reputation, always follow the path. No matter how many members are there, the only purpose is to add value and grow